Hey there YouTube, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make this Starbucks bow. The fabric is actually a custom fabric that I designed and had made at spoonflower.com, but you can buy any fabric that you'd like. You can even make one like this is a galaxy bow that I made, or you can even do like solid colors. It's just an orange bow. Okay, so to start off with, you're going to need your piece of fabric. Now, the way I cut my fabric is double the size that I need for my bow. So, the way that I normally make my bows, which is this size right here, my bows are 11 inches horizontally and 9.5 vertically. So, when I sew this and put it all together, this bow is going to be about 5 inches wide and about 4 inches tall. Give or take, it might be about 3.5. So, to start off with, what you're going to do is you're going to put your print is going to go on the inside. So you're going to fold it with the ugly side outside and your pretty sides on the inside. Okay? And first, to start off the bow, you're going to fold it. You're going to fold it down, and you're going to sew along the horizontal line first. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. After you're done sewing it, get your scissors and just cut this excess on the outside of your thread. That way you don't have like a lot of bulge later when you're trying to fold it and get it all together. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that as close as you can to the stitch without actually cutting the stitch. Which is why, this is exactly why I add that extra ½ inch, because I know I'm going to trim it off later. And then what you're going to do is you have like this sleeve that you can like stick your hand in. It's like a little pocket. What you're going to do is you're just going to turn that completely inside out. So just like you would like a sock or anything, just grab it and then just like flip it inside out to where your pretty fabric is on the outside again. Okay, and now what you're going to do is you're going to find your hem line where you just sewed, which mine's right here. You can see where I sewed the two drinks together. You're going to put that right in the middle. So line it up, you know, that looks about even to me. And then you're going to flatten it. And the part with the line, make sure that when you fold it, that part's on the outside, the line that you just sewed. Because then we're going to flip this inside out once more. So you want that sewing line right here along the outside and over here. See? And you want your pretty, you know, plain fabric on the inside, because that's actually going to be the part that shows in your bow. So, just like this, we have the hem line on the outside. You're going to line it up, make like a little square like this. Okay, and then you're actually going to sew this part right here together. Okay, so now you have this. You're going to go ahead and trim again along the edge. Just make sure you don't trim off your actual stitch. Okay. And then you have this little square, and you're going to flip it once more inside out like a sock. And now you have your hemline back here. You just want to center that once more in the back of your bow. And there you go. That will be the back of your bow. Okay, this is the front. So the next step to do is to pleat your fabric. Sometimes I iron my fabric, but this fabric is brand new and it's pretty flat and doesn't have a lot of wrinkles because I folded it right when it got here. So it's actually ready to go. But if your fabric is wrinkled and everything, now would be the time to iron your square. So the way I start my pleats is from the front of my bow. I always fold it in half, like that. Okay. And then I always fold this top part right here down just a little bit, maybe about half an inch or so. It also depends on the size of your bow. And then you can fold the other side down as well. So now you have like this part that opens up here in the middle, and you have two parts that go down, but you're still not done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, this is really hard to explain, but this one side that you already folded a pleat, you're going to actually open that up and fold a pleat on the inside that is equal in size. And then you're going to go once more, you're going to fold it to the back. Okay, now you should be at your halfway point. Okay, just like so. This piece is supposed to be back. So you're going to do it once more on the top. So you're just going to kind of push it in like that. Okay. Don't worry if at this point your bow doesn't look perfect. Some people sew their bows here in the middle, some wrap some thread around it. It's really up to you. It's really whatever you prefer. But I find that the little hair elastic works really well for me. So once my bow is all pleated, ready to go, I take my small hair elastic and I actually wrap it. This is the back side right here, so I put it there, cross it in the front, and bring it back around the back. Okay, just like so. And then it kind of starts to give you, you know, an idea of how your bow's going to look. Right here you can start to adjust your bow if you need to. But that looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty even and everything. So now for the center, it's up to you if you want to do the same print on the center, or you could do like a solid color. You could put black here. I have some white ribbon here, so I'll show you. You can even put like, you know, a little strip of white ribbon. Like that. I mean, it's really up to you. I personally, I like doing the same fabric print in the middle. It's just preference. So I actually have a piece of little Starbucks fabric here that I cut out just to go in the middle. Now with this piece, you are going to hot glue this piece. You are going to hot glue this little strip here. I tried sewing it, and you know, honestly, it's just more hassle than it's worth. So I just, from now on, I just hot glue it. So I'm going to go ahead. So what you're going to do is you're going to put a line of glue going lengthwise. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that line of glue right now. And then you're just going to fold it to about the halfway point. Okay, like that. And then you're going to do the same, and you're going to bring this other half right on top of that, just like so. So you create like a really thin strip to go in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that second half. And just lay this right on top. So then you have this little strip of fabric to go right in the center of your bow. So I like to try and line up to where it has like a little design in the middle, like this one. See how these cups are kind of cut off? I try to find the one that's the best, which seems to be this one right here. And just kind of glue that like right there in the middle. That way when the bow's done, you can semi-see, you know, another little cup. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that in place. Okay, I'm going to put a dab of glue right here in the center and just line up where I want that print. Okay, and then I go ahead and I glue this piece down to the back. I wrap it around and it gets glued down to the back. Okay, now the way that I attach my clips is that I actually don't finish gluing this piece of fabric like some people would glue it right here and then just add their clip later. And the way that I do it is there's actually a little bit too much on this, so I trim a little bit. And then I actually place my alligator clip right here. Line it up, make sure it's going to line up right. Okay. And then once it's all lined up and you're happy with the placement, I actually go ahead and I glue this little piece. I fold it down on top of the alligator clip and I glue it to the alligator clip. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just fold that on over, just like so. And then I just glue the alligator clip straight down. So go ahead and do that too. And it just gets glued straight down. And make sure you're generous with your hot glue, just because you don't want it falling apart, you know, for you or the customer or whoever you're making it for. Now, the reason that I fold my fabric around my alligator clip the way that I just did is so that when I'm done, there's this nice little crease right here. You don't have like frayed fabric sticking out. It's just a nice, you know, little crease right here. And I feel like it helps my alligator clip, you know, stick on just a little bit better. And there's your bow. Now you can go ahead and add any, you know, other accessories that you want. Like you can add a bottle cap to the middle, or personally, what I do a lot is I add lace to the edges like this, and that just gives it a really nice, you know, feminine touch, which is what I've done here. I've added lace to the ends of the bows. And that's about it for making my bows. If you want any more tutorials or you have any other questions, just go ahead and leave it in the comments section, and I am trying to make videos for any suggestions, so don't be afraid to ask me to show you how to do something. Bye!